AfroCrypt. That's the name of the cryptocurrency platform behind what could be the largest Bitcoin heist in history, where two young brothers vanished with 69,000 Bitcoin worth billions of dollars. This is the story of how Raees and Ameer Cajee built a cryptocurrency empire, deceived thousands of investors, and executed one of the most insane exit scams of all time.
Africrypt's investors were sent an email claiming that the platform was shutting down, freezing all accounts following a hack.
Back in 2019, two brothers from Durban, South Africa launched what they claimed would revolutionize cryptocurrency trading across Africa. Raees Cajee was only 20 years old. His brother Ameer was only 17. Together, they founded AfroCrypt, marketing themselves as crypto entrepreneurs with revolutionary AI-powered trading technology. Their pitch was pretty attractive. AfroCrypt promised returns of up to 10% per day, enabled by what they called proprietary trading algorithms and arbitrage systems. They boasted that their company had grown from a one-man operation running out of a bedroom to one of Africa's largest and most successful AI trading companies. The platform advertised incredibly high monthly yields through its AI-driven trading system, accepting deposits in both South African Rand and various cryptocurrencies. The brothers crafted an impressive backstory to support their claims. According to Raees, he had become interested in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency at the young age of 9 when Bitcoin just came out. They also claimed he had developed an AI-powered crypto mining technology that helps him mine over 100,000 units of Ethereum. Whether true or fabricated, this narrative gave them credibility in the eyes of potential investors. But here's where things get interesting. The Cajee brothers didn't target ordinary South Africans. Instead, they specifically pursued high net worth individuals and celebrities, understanding that larger individual investments would generate more capital with fewer people to manage. They operated from South Africa's most exclusive residential area, the plush Zimbali estate north of Durban, projecting an image of success and legitimacy. In 2020, while AfroCrypt was at its peak, they purchased citizenship from the Pacific island nation of Vanuatu through what's known as the Golden Passport Scheme. For $130,000 each, they secured passports that would give them visa-free access to several countries, including the UK and European nations. Vanuatu operates as a tax haven without income, corporate, or wealth taxes, making it an ideal sanctuary for ill-gotten gains. The brothers' lavish lifestyle should have raised red flags. Just 5 months before claiming their company was hacked, their holding company bought a Lamborghini Huracan for cash. Not content with the stock model, they purchased a fully modded exhaust system and a custom spoiler. The end came swiftly and without warning. On April 13th, 2021, investors received a single email from the Cajee brothers that would be the last formal communication most would ever receive. The email stated, "Our system, client accounts, client wallets, and nodes were all compromised." The brothers urged investors not to contact authorities, claiming it would only complicate recovery efforts. But blockchain analysis tells a completely different story. Between April 14th and 18th, 2021, immediately after the hack announcement, major cryptocurrency withdrawals occurred from AfroCrypt-linked wallets. Daily Maverick's independent blockchain analysis, working with blockchain forensics firms like Chainalysis, confirmed that at least 300 million Rand in digital assets was moved during this precise window. Administrative sessions linked to devices associated with Raees and Ameer remained active for at least 72 hours after the public announcement of the hack, accessing internal wallet balances, user tables, and system-level controls. The scale of the theft was insane. Initial reports claimed 69,000 Bitcoin had vanished, worth $3.6 billion at the time. With Bitcoin's value fluctuating, this represented potentially the largest dollar loss ever in a cryptocurrency scam. This dwarfed the approximately $200 million that disappeared when Canada's Quadriga CX exchange founder Gerald Cotton died, and even exceeded South Africa's previous major crypto fraud, the mirror trading international scam led by Johann Steinberg. This scam stole nearly $1 billion from over 260,000 investors, but it didn't come close to AfroCrypt. However, the exact amount stolen remains disputed. Court-appointed liquidators later confirmed losses of $3.6 billion based on investor records and blockchain analysis. The brothers themselves claim they only traded a maximum of $200 million, with just $5 million lost. This disparity highlights one of the case's most frustrating aspects: the difficulty of establishing concrete facts in the largely unregulated cryptocurrency space. The Cajee brothers had long prepared for their disappearance. They fled first to the UK with their families, then to Dubai, Brazil, and Tanzania before settling back in the UK. They claimed that this wasn't an escape from justice, but rather necessary protection for their families after receiving multiple death threats from their victims. Whether genuine or not, these threats provided convenient cover for their international flights. Swiss authorities became involved when Ameer Cajee was arrested in Zurich while attempting to access safe deposit boxes believed to contain Trezor hardware wallets holding cryptocurrency. The Zurich prosecutor's office confirmed that items related to a South African fraud case were seized. Ameer was placed under supervised release in what was reportedly a luxury hotel costing $1,000 per night. The brothers' father, Bilal Cajee, allegedly became collateral damage in May 2021 when unknown Pakistani nationals in Dubai stopped him and threatened his family with harm. He was reportedly held in a Dubai hotel for about 12 hours while these threats were made. The investigation revealed sophisticated money laundering operations. Honeycomb attorneys found that funds were taken from South African accounts and client wallets and sent through tumblers and mixers like Tornado Cash, services that deliberately obscure the trail of cryptocurrency transactions. This makes them virtually impossible to trace. Blockchain forensics showed the stolen funds were moved through major exchanges including Binance, Kraken, and Huobi before being laundered. Data transfers were routed to encrypted Amazon cloud storage via VPN network tunnels through Switzerland and the UAE. South Africa's regulatory vacuum complicated recovery efforts. The Financial Sector Conduct Authority refused to launch a full investigation. In June 2021, they stated that at this stage, we do not regulate crypto assets, and therefore the FSCA is not in a position to take any regulatory action. This regulatory gap allowed the brothers to operate with no consequences, controlling both the platform and the wallets with no oversight, third-party security testing, or asset segregation. Swiss prosecutors later withdrew their case against Ameer Cajee, though no official explanation was published. Legal insiders suggest the decision followed the withdrawal of key investor complaints tied to settlement agreements. The brothers had seemingly managed to buy their way out of legal jeopardy. In a remarkable twist, recent reports indicate the Cajee brothers have quietly returned to South Africa. Investigative journalism in 2026 tracked them back to the same Zimbabwe estate where their empire began. When journalists attempted to approach the property, they were blocked by private security. The team traced the brothers to holiday locations and recent addresses, but failed to make direct contact. Today, most investors remain uncompensated, with their funds lost to the sophisticated money laundering networks the brothers established. While South Africa has finally begun regulating cryptocurrency as a financial product, these changes came too late for AfroCrypt's victims. The sad part is, there's been scams like this before AfroCrypt and also after AfroCrypt. BitConnect, which stole over $2.4 billion, was pretty similar. BitConnect offered a high return yield with trading bots, and one day, people couldn't get their money out. The same thing happened later with FTX, and while FTX was an exchange and not a trading bot, people lost their money the minute they made a deposit. And don't even get me started on the amount of fake crypto projects there are. Creators of these projects will create artificial hype and almost real companies around these tokens, and then just sell their entire investment once people buy. The worst part is, celebrities and well-respected individuals do this, not just criminals. Then, they simply just never talk about the project again. But with every big scam, comes a video exposing it all from me. I hope you enjoyed this video, and it would mean the world to me if you liked the video and subscribed. I make videos about everything ranging from cyber criminals to government-backed hackers, all the way into deep web investigations and ethical hacking tutorials. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a great day.